the airport at the moment. There's a US Hercules C-130 parked there in full military regalia. There are a couple of Omni aircraft as well. All of them now have Irish state security provided with them. There are Gardaí protecting those planes up there. I also want, obviously, an interesting little snippet that appeared in a Limerick paper during the week was to assure people that they didn't need to worry about the end of a war in Afghanistan, that the airport wouldn't be losing its business. Now, we don't know if this was from an anonymous source. We don't know if they've got some advanced tip-off of an invasion of Iran or what it is, but given all of the concerns there are around Iran and the awful cataclysmic effect that an invasion of Iran could have, and the possible implication of Shannon, this is something in terms of the vigil that we're very anxious to continue to do to keep it going. So thanks to everybody for coming along and being part of it and continue to help us out doing this. I also want to mention as well today that we're 3 days away from what is the 10th anniversary of the opening of Guantanamo Bay. There are still 171 men incarcerated in Guantanamo. Most of them have had no charges brought against them, have had no trial, and they're waiting, even though they have been cleared by the US government themselves for release. They're still being incarcerated there. Things are getting worse in the States though. Just before New Year's Day, Obama signed in what's called the National Defense Authorization Act into law, which essentially allows them to pick up US citizens any place in the world and to put them in prison, to torture them, to do exactly what they've done in Guantanamo ad infinitum. So it's worse that the situation is getting rather than better under Obama. So again, a double reason for being here, for continuing to shine some light on what's happening inside in the airport. So thanks to everybody for coming along.
On Twitter or whatever, so that it gets around.
We do our best. It's getting around because there are plenty of us here. So
is Obama giving back the Nobel Peace Prize?
No, it seems not. He's a man of peace. Can I also, before we we wish it was a man of peace. We want to go. Okay, before we go up to the gate, can I just say one other thing here? Because I want to acknowledge one person who's been coming here and taking maybe 8 hours of travel a day to get here, and it's Esther. Esther, a word of appreciation for you. Well, we got a little tip off to say that you were reaching a very significant birthday coming up soon.
25.
25, and a whole lot more. Yeah. Can we say how old you are, Esther, to everybody?
I don't mind. It's not a state secret.
Esther is 80 or very close to it, and is coming here month in, month out to support these vigils.
I've seen a lot of wars.
We talk about the levels of activism going on. For example, the people who went on the Mardi Marver at the flotillas to Gaza is real activism. But for somebody to come along week in, week out, like Esther has from County Westmeath, and God knows it isn't easy to get in and out of County Westmeath. So thanks. So thanks for the 8-hour round trips every month that you take to that. We brought some cake along. I did in a tin there to acknowledge your birthday. So. Marsh, yes, sorry, thanks John for reminding us as well. John, you can tell it.
No, I don't know the details. No, I don't know the details. What is it?
I had nothing to do with it, but it looks good, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday to everybody.
The March vigil is going to be particularly important.
Well, in March, the Peace and Neutrality Alliance and the Irish anti-war movement are in discussions about hiring buses as many as we can handle, and we're going to pay for them. We'll be looking for donations, but we'll be paying for them to try and get a larger number of people down to Dublin.
I strongly.
So those of you in Galway,
Lovely person, thank you.
any other part of the country,
You know
Thank you for the birthday cake, Margaretta.
Info
Thank you for the birthday cake. Margaretta made it, I know you did.
So we're trying to do the same thing.
Nice bit of birthday cake, isn't it?
Definitely not Christmas cake.
Happy birthday to everybody.
Oh, geez, I'm going to do
Well, some of us can go up, yeah. Who wants to go up to the gate? Anybody wants to go up to the gate? So we're going up to challenge the gate.
You know his name.
If I do, I'll let you know, yeah. If it's Sergeant McCann, we know him.
So I just walked in. But can we get someone to drop me off? Come on.
Aren't they just though?
Happy New Year.
Hello, hi, Roger Cole.
Roger?
Cole.
Cole.
Card.
Roger, thank you.
I'm the chair of a group called the Peace and Neutrality Alliance. We held a demonstration actually here in May 2002. And we were allowed to go to the airport then. At the airport. I'm just saying, what's the law about? What is the actual law that says we can't do that? Go into the airport.
I'm sure you're well aware of the law yourself.
No, I'm not actually. That's why I'm asking you. Because there wasn't.
I'll tell you what the Act is. The Air Navigation Transport Act, you can check it out yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Sergeant Noel McNahan. So what's the act again?
The Air Navigation Transport.
And what does it say?
You can look up the Act yourself.
Roger, with all due respect, you won't be interviewed under camera like this.
Sorry?
You won't be interviewed under camera for a minute.
No, but I'm just asking factually. It's a legitimate question to ask. I'm not.
Addressing the proper professional.
If we turn off the camera, will you tell us?
We had a demonstration
No,
here against the use of the airport. No, I don't mind talking. I'll talk to whoever talking. It doesn't matter. I'll talk to whoever talks to me. We had a demonstration here in May 2002, and we were allowed to go in at that stage. Was that act in force at the time? Well, what did you make an idea? I'm just asking for factual information here, not being rude like that, right? Because we were allowed then, and so I mean, was there a change in the law that says we're not allowed to do it? Is that not a? I mean, I'm just asking a simple question. I'm not being aggressive. What is the? If we were allowed to do it in May 2002. What has changed that doesn't allow us to walk to the airport? Because what we did was in May 2002, we walked down this road and we had a completely exclusively peaceful demonstration at the airport, and then we left. There wasn't any problem then. And if we do this again, it will be the same process. So I was just wondering, has there been any change to the law that allowed us to do it then, but doesn't allow us to do it now?
You're not very good.
I'm going to take you, if you wish to address that, you can address it by communicating that to our Chief Superintendent's office.
All right, and what's his name?
Chief Superintendent.
Yeah, I'm not. You must understand here that, like, I'm just asking a straightforward, reasonable question. And we're not being, we don't. So, do you have his name? Superintendent, Chief Superintendent. Karen. So we would then write a letter to him and ask him under what the legislation is. Okay.
Is that K-E-R-R-I-N?
K-E-R-I-N. So our next step then would be to ask. Now, we also understand from that there are planes landing in here that might very well be carrying people.
All going well.
Because we know from what's happened before there have been legal cases taken under the Council of Europe, and it's shown that there have been people on planes who have been tortured, have been brought to places to be tortured. I think some were actually brought to Libya. What's the law that isn't there? I understand that police have, if there's a suspect of a crime being committed, that the guards have a legal obligation to carry out their suspicion. I mean, that's what police do, is to protect and defend the law. So if there is a case to be made that there are possibly people on planes landing here, that they should be searched. And indeed, if you look at the programme for government, agreed to by the current government,
Do they send you a load of
they have said clearly in their programme of government that this would be illegal, that they wouldn't support that. But
so they send you
surely the
pictures
claims have to be then searched.
something to do with you, you know, photos.
Who would give, is it the same detective sergeant that I write to?
I have a house in